welcome to another Call of Warhammer Beginning of the End Times battle for a mod for Medieval 2. Today we're going to have a battle between me as Kislev and my opponent today is Slamdunk as ogres. Now, ogres are a very powerful faction and there's a good reason I went Kislev, and that reason is gunpowder and molotovs and magic. These three combinations, when put together, can be very effective if used correctly. So first of all, let's just run through my army. I've got a unit of Kreml Guard, which is the elite infantry of Kislev, and a unit of Ice Mages, which is their magic unit, which casts down ice balls from the sky. And I've got two units of Kvasniks, I think that's how you say it, Molotov sort of cocktail throwers, and they have, I believe, 30 missile damage, which is more than Tzeentch Mages, so when they land they will get kills. They are very deadly grenadier unit, almost like grenadiers of an older game, Empire Total War, when they were amazing before they patched it. But yeah, anyway, back to the battle, and I've got two units of Chekis, which are going to lead the advance, and 3 units of Streltsy, which are the missile handguns, plus a contingent of Kislev Halberdiers, I think 4. And looking at his army, he's deployed on the hill. He has 3 units, no, I think it's actually 4 units actually of these lead belchers, which is, if I charge this hill from the front, it's going to end poorly for me. He's got 2 units of Saber Tusks on the flank there. A unit of Mornfang Cavalry, I think, is his general. A unit of Iron Guts, and a unit of Orcs, and that's the 2 HP one. The Mighty Frog, I think, is the 2 HP one. And then he's got the Mercenary Half-Orc Maniacs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of them. So let's begin the battle. Seeing he had the hill, I begin to question how I'm going to assault this, because I see 3 or 4 lead belchers on a hill, but I know the range isn't as great as an Ice Mage's range, so I'm just pondering what to do here. It's going to be quite the task to assault that hill with these troops anyway, because even the mighty oh yeah, I forgot to mention I've got 2 units of Sons of Ursun, which are the Bear Cavalry of Kislev. I forgot about these units. Sorry about that. So yeah, we're just having a sort of standoff. I want to see if he's going to come to me first of all on the hill. So he's advancing, or he was advancing right up to the tree line with his orcs, or his half-orc maniacs. And I see he's not going to move, so this is when I decide, you know, I'm going to move forward. I'm going to try and claim this little ridge here. It's going to be a effective fighting platform. If not, I can always fall back to the second ridge. But Kislev are determined to get the ogres out of their territory. The Chekis have been given orders to advance and scout the enemy positions and look for weaknesses, so they're marching forward as well. And I've sent the bears up in front just in case he decides to hit me with anything. Yep, we're getting some shots off already. I'm trying to entice him to come forward with these shots from the Chekis. I've formed them up in a sort of thin 2 lines, and I'm just going to take pot shots at him until he decides to move. And I'm just going to claim this ridge here, and the Ice Mages are in the rear and they're about to start firing. They're going to get some good shots, and there we go, they've launched it up in there. So I'm going to force these orcs to come to me. It's a fight I want. I'm trying to dictate the terms of the engagement, and if he just stays still, that's good to me, because I'll just decimate him with magic and gunpowder. So we're getting some excellent magic shots off, and I've also got a further gunpowder line waiting for him. As he comes over the crest of this hill, he starts to see that this is going to be an issue, and I'm decimating his maniacs, or his half-orc maniacs. So there's a lot of sting taken out of this attack. I retreated the handgunners behind the halberdiers, prepared to receive a charge from the orcs. Also, he managed to get the saber tusk behind him, and he's trying to go for my mages, but I clocked this just in time. Sent the Kreml Guard and the Kvasniks, which are on this hill, left them in reserve, and they're just firing shots into the saber tusk. That was a very good move. His other one tried to sneak past it, but my Sons of Urson managed to get there in time. The halberdiers are pushing back the orcs, but I've decided to pull back the handgunner line because they're getting engaged in melee combat and they're not going to be able to shoot. But I've got these Chekis firing into the multiple HP of the Iron Guts from behind, and I've also got these units which are falling back to the second ridge, and I've set in my Bear Sons of Urson, or Sons of Urson, sorry, to charge these Iron Guts which are putting a hole in my halberdiers, which I don't want. The other bear unit decided to engage the orcs from the flank and then routed it. So these, I don't know if Sons of Bear Urson are 2 HP or 3 HP, but they're still quite good. And I see my Ice Mage is a little vulnerable here. I was a little panicky. I didn't realise they were so far forward, but I think they were targeting the orcs. So he manages to get a kill on the mage there. But I've seen this, or I see it at some point, and I've decided to reform the handgun lines, form ranks, and retreat the mages. I lost a mage, maybe 2. I've retreated them behind the Kvasnik fire, and they're getting mages. He's constantly trying to micro the thing, but he saw that I've got my Kvasniks there. Also, my Chekis are firing rapidly at the oncoming targets. I'm trying to slowly whittle down these Iron Guts. He's constantly chasing my mages, so I keep pulling the mages back. They're very slow. He's got another mage, so I'm down to 2 mages now. But his Iron Guts are engaged almost everywhere in my army. Like, there's still some tied down by the Sons of Urson, and then there's some fighting the Streltsy. So I decided to bring the Chekis in for better shots. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to retreat these 2 mages into the Chekis fire, and then that way I've got a complete box around these Iron Guts. I know they're ridiculous amount of HP, it's like 12 or 7, or it's high anyway, it's maybe even 10. But I've decided to retreat the mages so far back up this hill that no matter where, I'm going to get shots from handguns on these Iron Guts. And I'm slowly shooting them, and they're getting stun locked, and they're finally routed from the amount of gunpowder that they're taking to the face, plus the Sons of Urson. They've been completely surrounded, so I've bet back the Iron Guts, and the Sons of Urson are just chasing down these ogres, ready to get some kills. However, he's still got some of his army left. He's got some of the orcs coming back. He's got a reserve unit of orcs and the Mornfang cavalry, plus I think 2 or 3 units of lead belchers. So the Ice Mages are out in the flank. They're getting ready for some shots on the orcs. I've managed to get a good Berson charge on his orc that was trying to reinforce his line, but he's now decided to push up with his lead belchers, of which he has like 4 units. So I decided to go all out charge because kislev are like that. We took a big huge swat of vodka and for Mother Kislev are about to charge into these orcs with the Chekis, and I'm chasing down these Iron Guts. I just do not want these Iron Guts to come back, so I'm chasing them down, giving them pot shots. He gets some excellent shots off on this ridge here. I do get some of the Sons of Urson cavalry to engage, but he killed 4 Sons of Urson there. He's still got some netters to protect his lines. He's also got the Mornfang cavalry, but I'm going to take them on a wild goose chase and constantly fire shots at them with the Chekis. So I'll put them on skirmish and pull them away. I've managed to get the Sons of Urson in. Some of the Noblars are managed to rout that unit of Sons of Urson. We didn't get many models of the lead belchers, but my army is now rushing forward in support with the ace mages and the handguns. We're forming up our own handgun line. He sees this and decides to wisely pull up from the hill with his cannons to get better fields of fire. Some of our cavalry is for Kislev is rallied, and I've got the Kvasniks there ready to throw bombs and support these lead belchers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a suicide charge with the Sons of Ursun. They're going to tank all the fire from the cannons. I kind of sort of tried to dodge at the last minute, and I'm sending these crazy bomb throwers to charge. They've been ordered to charge up this hill regardless of casualties and just throw bombs right in their face. I've managed to tie up one unit, and I tried to engage the other one, but the ace mages are also firing, giving some support and fire. The Kvasniks are moving up, and they're about to unload some bombs. The Sons of Ursun have done their job by tying up the enemy's fire. Well, you can't get very good shots on this hill at that angle. And also all my halberdiers are rushing forward, try to cover the Kvasniks. And we're throwing bombs. Yes, these bombs do 30 missile damage. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 dead lead belchers right away before my halberdiers can charge up the hill. The mace mages are continuously firing, using fire support. We've got some more bombs going off. Some of the magic's hitting my units, but I decided to pull back and protect the Kvasniks because he decided to go for a charge with his Mournfangs. But my handgunners are taking pot shots at his Mournfang cavalry as well. He's decided to go for the ace mages with the cavalry, which is quite a good move because I left them in the back, kind of unprotected. So I don't think I've got anything other than Kreml Guard and some more Sons of Ursun. Send in the Sons of Ursun. I don't know if we managed to get... No, we didn't. I thought the Mace Mages got killed on the Mournfang there. I protect the Ice Mages with the Sons of Ursun and a Kreml Guard charge. Again, I'm assaulting this hill with firebomb support. The Kislev Halberdiers are screening the Kvasniks, but some of them have decided to rout, I guess. Well, 3 of them have decided to rout specifically. We get some more bombs in the face of the lead belchers, which are routing, but 2 units are coming back, and he's decided to pull his cavalry right up the hill again. He sees the threat here is my Kvasniks and wisely goes for them. I put them on guard mode so they can sort of try and still chuck bombs. Also, I'm firing musket volleys at the Mournfangs. They can tank, but they don't do as much damage. That's their sort of weakness. I charge up the hill. They didn't get a shot off because it was right at the ridge of the hill, so they couldn't fire a clear shot. Again, I've counter-charged with the Kreml Guard, and the Kislev Halberdiers keep coming back, but the Kreml Guard have decided to pursue the Mournfangs all the way up the hill. Have I got any more Kvasniks? Yep, the Kvasniks are advancing with the Streltsy fire support. And the Chekis finally decided to come back. Like I can't remember why, if I left, forgot about them, or I was too busy miracling the Kvasniks. But anyway, they're back in the battle. They weren't chased down by the Mournfangs because the Mournfangs are too slow. He's got 6 units of Mournfangs left, and I constantly throwing bombs, and Miss Chekovis are firing shots now. So I've got a little bit of mobility edge, and what's left of my army is try to crest this hill and put one final sort of bastion of firepower, because he's retreating for one final charge. He retreated to get behind his lead belchers for what seems to be the final time, or what I think is the final time. They're starting to get winded. The morale isn't as good when they're tired. Seeing this is the do or die moment, the Kvasniks have been ordered to move forward. Again, taking some pretty nasty shots. This is when I decide I'm going to screen it with the Chekovis charging in a sort of wedge formation. Get some bombs, took down another lead belcher. He decides to charge in with his Mournfang cavalry. I've got the Streltsy taking shots. Try to defeat this Mournfang. And I'm throwing bombs, getting our bomb hit. with the Kvasniks, which does insane damage against high value targets like ogres. If I had to pick a good army against ogres, it would be Kislev, so I recommend, if you are playing Ogre Kingdoms, you bring some Kvasniks, because they're about to bomb these engaged Mournfang cavalry, and also getting some nice fire support from the Streltsy on the hill. Also, my Sons of Ursun finally came back with the general, and this is a sad day for Kislev, because I think the general takes a bomb and dies at the very last, or the ogre managed to kill him. See, this is my general here, I think, and we're throwing bombs in there, took down on our Mournfang cavalry, and I think that was my general just bought the farm. There we go, I killed his general, but the guy with the sort of saber sword and the Cossack hat, throwing bombs at these Mournfangs. We've had enough of them. And one of the Kosoviks just bombed his own general. I guess he wasn't giving him his rations and supplies for vodka, so he decided to throw a bomb right at the general. Oh, victorious Kislev on the day. They lost a fine general in Decano King. And Mother Kislev celebrates. So the statistics, I want to see the statistics. I think my Chekovis were the stars, because one of them got 130 kills and the other got 143. That was mostly on the orcs, so they advanced right enough. The ace mages got 40 kills. I mean, it doesn't sound like much, right? But these units are high HP, so every kill counts. The Sons of Ursun did really well with 45 kills. The ace mages, again, I said the ace mages, they done 45. The handgunners, the Streltsy, got about 20 kills apiece, which is decent. So if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. That's just how you fight Ogre Kingdoms, and if you'd like to see more, consider subscribing, and I'd like to thank you for watching.